Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajeem. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. My name is Samya Kamar and I'm here again with my second lesson. Now, in the first lesson, we have done the explanation of unit number 1 of paragraph number 1. Now it's time to do the reading and explanation of unit number 1, second paragraph, and third paragraph. Right? Here we go. Okay, dear students, as you have know already that the name of first unit is Antarctica and the South Pole, right? Now here the reading and explanation is already done. Now it's time to do the reading and explanation of unit number 1 of second paragraph and third paragraph. And before starting the reading and explanation, let's have some practice of some difficult words of these two paragraphs, right? Okay. Now here we have the words. Now look at here, I have prepared a very neat and tidy page for your convenience. Now dear students, what you have to do, you also have to go through with the same presentation, right? You have to write down the unit number 1, then you have to write 2 columns, you have to make 2 columns, that is words and meanings, right? Number 1 we have freezing, means very cold. Number 2 we have teeming, means to be presented in a large quantity. Number 3 we have adopted, means suited by nature. Number 4, huddle, to arrange carelessly or hurriedly. Next we have warmth, means being warm. Number 6 we have plenty, it means a lot of. Number 7 we have blubber. What is this word? Blubber, right? Means excessive fat on the body. Now dear students, you have to learn all these words and meanings, and they have to be done in your rough copy with a beautiful presentation and with a beautiful handwriting, right? Okay, now let's start the reading and the explanation of unit number 1, paragraph number 2. I hope, dear students, this page is quite clear to you. Now let's start. Okay. The South Pole is in the very middle of Antarctica, right? The South Pole is in the very middle of Antarctica. Now the point is that, where is this South Pole? It is quite in the middle of Antarctica. It is quite in the middle of Antarctica. Now let's read further and you will come to know that what is the reason. Now, there are 2 seasons in the South Pole. There are 2 seasons in the South Pole, winter and summer. Now, dear students, you definitely know that there are actually 4 seasons. There are actually 4 seasons, right? But in South Pole, there are only 2 seasons. There are only 2 seasons. That is winter and summer. That is winter and summer, right? Okay. Now during winter, March to September, it is dark all the time because the South Pole is facing away from the sun. Now dear students, during the winter season, which is from March to September, it is dark all the time. Why? What is the reason? Because the South Pole is facing away from the sun. Because the South Pole is very, very far from sun. That's why it is dark all the time. That's why it is dark all the time. Means 24 hours. It is dark. Okay. The other 6 months are summer. Now for 6 months we have winter over there, and for the other 6 months we have summer over there, and still freezing. Although the season is called summer, but still it is freezing there when it is bright 24 hours a day. When it is bright 24 hours a day. Now you have come to know for the 6 months it is dark there, and for the rest of the 6 months it is bright over there. Clear? 6 months it is dark and 6 months it is a bright day, right? And the season is summer. Okay, now let's do the next paragraph. Who wants to live in the coldest, windiest, driest place on earth? Now the point is that who wants to live and who can live in that continent? Of course, the people cannot live over there because it is very much cold over there to survive. Now let's go further. Penguins, seals, whales, a few types of birds and fish, of course. Now, who can survive in that continent? There are some specific animals and birds who can survive in that continent. And the names of those animals and birds are penguins, seals, whales, and a few types of birds and fish. Right? Okay. The Antarctic is teeming with wildlife. The Antarctic is teeming with wildlife that has adapted to living in freezing conditions. Penguins huddle together. Penguins huddle together for warmth, and whales and seals have plenty of blubber, means fatty tissues, to help prevent them getting cold. Now, dear students, the reason of these specific animals and birds surviving over there is that they have got some fatty tissues and their skin is quite thick, right? Which prevent them in getting cold. Is that clear to you? Okay. Now here I have some pictures for you so that you may come to know that how these birds and animals can survive there and what are these birds and animals. Now here I have the pictures of penguins. See here, these is the penguin, the picture of penguin. Look here all around. Now they can only survive in that continent, right? Now see this penguin more clearly, you can see. A very beautiful bird it is, right? Now see, it's a seal. Hopefully it is clear to you, it is again a seal, right? Now look at here, it's a whale. See this, the chilliest water. See the ice all around, right? Look at here. Let me repeat all these pictures. Hopefully now you have come to know that how do they live there, right? The reason is that they have some fat tissue, their skin is a bit thick, that's why they can survive in that continent, right? Okay. Now dear students, it was all about the paragraph number 2 and paragraph number 3. Now you have to go through these two paragraphs, you have to do the reading of these two paragraphs and you have to learn the words meanings. So thank you very much. It was all about unit number 1, right? Okay. Take care of yourself, stay happy, stay blessed and stay safe.